All right, so let's dive into something pretty remarkable, I think. The story of Walid Regragui and how he led Morocco to become the first African team to reach a World Cup semifinal.
Absolutely. It's a fascinating case study, I think, in tactics and teamwork.
Yeah.
And how a well-coached team can defy expectations on the biggest stage.
Yeah, one stat that really jumped out at me was their defensive record. Just one goal conceded in open play before the semis.
Right.
It's almost unheard of in modern football.
Yeah, that defensive solidity really formed the foundation of their success, I think.
Yeah.
Regraguy's 4-1-4-1 system was incredibly adaptable. It wasn't about simply parking the bus,
Right,
but about intelligent positioning and coordinated movement.
So how did this formation work in practice? It feels like it goes beyond just the numbers on a tactics board.
Well, imagine a well-oiled machine
Okay.
where every part moves in sync.
Okay.
Morocco's defensive line, led by the experienced Saïss and the emerging Dari, was incredibly disciplined. They didn't dive in recklessly, but maintained their shape, forcing opponents into wide areas where they were less dangerous.
It's like they squeezed the space, denying those creative playmakers any room to operate.
Exactly. Take their match against Portugal, for instance.
Yeah.
They managed to completely neutralize the threat of Bruno Fernandes and João Felix.
Right.
Players who usually pull the strings for their team.
Yeah.
Morocco forced them into predictable areas and then swarmed them with 2 or 3 defenders.
Wow.
It was textbook defensive discipline.
That's a great point. Denying those key players space seems like such a simple concept, but to execute it so effectively on a stage like the World Cup is incredible.
Yeah. Speaking of denying space, let's shift our focus to the midfield.
Yeah.
What made Morocco's midfield so difficult to break down?
The midfield battle. This is where Sofyan Amrabat truly shone.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people just saw him running everywhere.
But it was much more than that. His positioning was absolutely crucial. Think of him as a shield in front of the defense, anticipating passes, intercepting attacks, and disrupting the opposition's rhythm.
Okay.
It was like he had eyes everywhere reading the game 2 steps ahead.
I remember that Spain game vividly. Their midfield, usually so dominant, was completely stifled.
Right.
They just couldn't get a foothold in the match.
And that's the beauty of Amrabat's performance. By denying Spain midfield control, he disrupted their entire game plan. They couldn't build those intricate passing sequences that they're known for.
Right.
But Amrabat's role wasn't just defensive. His positioning also allowed the fullbacks, especially Hakimi, to push forward and join the attack, adding another layer of complexity to Morocco's play.
So we have this incredibly solid defense, a midfield maestro controlling the tempo.
Yeah.
What happened when Morocco won the ball back? Did they just try to soak up the pressure, or was there more to their attacking strategy?
This is where things get really exciting. Morocco wasn't content with just defending. They had this potent counterattacking weapon that could hurt any team. Instead of slow, predictable build-up play, they often bypassed the midfield with quick vertical passes, catching their opponents off balance.
Those lightning-fast transitions, they were breathtaking to watch. It felt like they could go from defending deep in their own half to creating a goal-scoring chance in a matter of seconds.
And it was all part of the plan. Regragui knew that teams would push forward, trying to break down Morocco's defense, which would leave spaces at the back.
Right.
They exploited those spaces brilliantly. Players like Ziyech, with his exceptional vision, Boufal, known for his dribbling skills, and En-Nesyri's tireless runs, they formed a potent attacking trident that was always ready to pounce.
The Belgium game was a perfect example. They were constantly on the back foot, struggling to cope with those rapid transitions.
Absolutely. Belgium seemed completely surprised by the speed and directness of Morocco's attacks.
Yeah.
But they weren't just relying on individual brilliance. It was a well-coordinated system, with players understanding their roles and making intelligent runs off the ball.
And who can forget that incredible header by En-Nesyri against Portugal? Talk about a moment of magic.
Oh, that goal was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
It perfectly encapsulated Morocco's tactical approach.
Yeah.
But did you notice something interesting about the assist? It came from Atiyat Allah, a defender.
Oh, wow.
It highlights how fluid and adaptable Regragui's system was. Defenders joining the attack midfielders, dropping back to cover. It was a true team effort.
That's an excellent point. It shows how everyone was contributing, and it wasn't just about individual stars, it was about the collective. Yeah. And that makes their success even more impressive.
Exactly, and it wasn't just about the tactics. The players were clearly motivated, playing with passion and a belief in themselves. There was this incredible spirit, a feeling that they were playing for something bigger than just themselves.
That's a perfect segue to our next topic, the man behind it all, Walid Regragui. It feels like he brought more than just tactical nous to the team. There was this sense of unity, this unshakable belief that seemed to radiate from the players.
It's fascinating, isn't it? It's as if he unlocked something within them, instilled this confidence and determination that allowed them to achieve something truly special.
We'll delve deeper into Regragui's leadership and how he created this incredible team spirit after a quick break. That team spirit was palpable, yeah. And it really seemed to fuel their performances, even in the toughest moments. But before we delve into the impact of Regragui's leadership, I wanted to touch on something that often gets overlooked when analyzing football set pieces.
Ah, yes, the unsung heroes of so many victories.
Yeah.
It's an area of the game where meticulous preparation can truly make a difference.
Yeah.
And Morocco, under Regragui, was a masterclass in set-piece mastery.
It felt like every corner kick or free kick was a genuine scoring opportunity for them, but it wasn't just their attacking set pieces that stood out. They were incredibly organized defensively as well. I remember thinking during those tense moments, Morocco is never going to concede from a set piece.
Yeah, that's a testament to their discipline and organization.
Right.
But there's one player who deserves special mention here. Yassine Bounou, better known as Bounou.
Okay.
Their goalkeeper. His command of the penalty area was exceptional. He wasn't just making saves. He was organizing his defense, anticipating the flight of the ball, and ensuring that Morocco was always in control during those crucial moments.
Those penalty shootout saves against Spain, I mean,
oh, yeah.
The stuff of legend. It felt like he was reading the minds of the Spanish players.
Absolutely. Those saves were crucial.
Yeah.
But it was his overall presence that made the difference. He instilled confidence in the entire defense. It was like having an extra defender in the box.
Right.
And that level of confidence and assurance permeated throughout the team.
That confidence brings us back to Regragui and his impact on the team.
Yeah. It felt like he fostered a belief within the squad that they could achieve anything. Was this just down to motivational speeches, or was there a deeper tactical element to it?
I think it was more than just words. Regragui's tactical approach played a huge role in building that belief. His adaptability allowed players to express themselves.
Okay.
Knowing that he trusted them to make decisions on the pitch.
Right.
He wasn't afraid to make bold substitutions or tweak the formation mid-game.
Yeah.
That kind of trust from a manager empowers players, allowing them to play with freedom and confidence.
And we saw those mid-game adjustments time and time again. It felt like he was always one step ahead of the opposition, anticipating their moves and reacting accordingly.
That's the mark of a truly great tactician.
Yeah.
The ability to read the game, identify weaknesses, and adjust the plan accordingly.
Right.
And Regragui did it masterfully. But there was also this deeper, almost intangible element to his leadership. The ability to inspire his players to make them feel like they were part of something bigger than themselves. It was like they were playing for the entire nation, carrying the hopes and dreams of millions of Moroccans on their shoulders.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that's where Regragui's genius truly lies. He understood the power of the collective, of tapping into that emotional energy and channeling it into a powerful force. It wasn't just about tactics. It was about creating a culture of belief, a shared vision that united the players and propelled them to achieve the unthinkable.
It truly was a remarkable achievement, a culmination of tactical brilliance, individual talent, and an unshakable team spirit. And it's a story that resonates far beyond the football pitch.
Absolutely. It's a story that inspires a reminder that with meticulous planning, disciplined execution, and unwavering belief, anything is possible. But it also raises some interesting questions about the future of African football.
That's a great point. Could Morocco's success be a catalyst for change? Could it inspire a new generation of African teams to challenge the established order on the world stage?
It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? Imagine more African teams embracing a similar approach, combining tactical discipline with attacking flair and instilling that same belief in their players.
It would be incredible to see more African teams reaching the latter stages of major tournaments, showcasing the immense talent and potential that exists within the continent. And perhaps Regragui's Morocco has shown that it's not just a dream, but a very real possibility. Now, as much as I'd love to continue discussing this, we're running short on time. But before we wrap things up, I wanted to leave our listener with a thought to ponder.
Intrigued. What do you have in mind?
I think as you continue to explore the world of football tactics and, maybe even try to apply some of these concepts to your own game, I think Morocco's journey under Regragui offers a really valuable lesson.
And what's that?
It's about understanding that there are many paths to success in football. It's not always about having the most talented players or the biggest budget.
I see where you're going with this. Morocco's success was built on meticulous planning,
Yeah.
a deep understanding of their strengths and weaknesses, and an unwavering belief in their ability to compete with the very best.
Exactly. They didn't try to copy the style of the traditional powerhouses. Instead, they embraced their own identity, their own strengths, and forged their own path to success.
Yeah, it's a powerful message, especially for those who may feel like the odds are stacked against them. It shows that with the right approach, with careful planning, and a relentless pursuit of excellence, even the so-called underdogs can achieve remarkable things.
And that's what makes this story so inspiring. Regragui's Morocco wasn't just about winning football matches. It was about challenging perceptions, breaking down barriers, and showing the world what's possible when you dare to dream big.
Absolutely. It's a story that transcends football, a testament to the power of human resilience, determination, and the unwavering belief in the ability to overcome any obstacle.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Walid Regragui's tactical brilliance, I want to leave you with this thought. Don't underestimate the power of a well-defined strategy, the importance of understanding your own strength, and the impact of a leader who can inspire and unite a team behind a shared vision, because when all those elements come together, magic can happen. And who knows, maybe you'll be the one to create the next footballing fairy tale, the next story that captures the imagination of the world and redefines what's possible in the beautiful game.